Hello and welcome to this week's video summary of the news brought to you by Estate Agent Today and Letting Agent Today. Let's start this week with mixed fortunes from the housing market. Across England and Wales, the mainstream market is doing relatively well. LSL Property Services, the parent group of Your Move and Reeds Rains, says average prices are up just over 4% in the past year. That's the fastest increase in prices in 18 months. On the other hand, LSL also says the number of transactions are down slightly. Meanwhile, in prime central London, agents are worried at a much bigger reduction in the sale of homes priced at £1 million or more. One agency, WA Ellis, says there's been a startling 26% drop in transactions of these high-end homes in the past 12 months. Elsewhere in the sales sector, there has been a warning given to agents about mortgage lenders and homes with restrictive covenants. Home Counties agency Mullocks Wales contacted us to say that its experience and lenders were getting far more selective about so-called non-standard homes, such as those with covenants. If there was any deviation from the norm, the lender simply wouldn't lend, making it difficult for vendors, buyers and agents alike. Another agent who contacted us this week was Jonathan Newell, who runs Salesboard's estate agents in Exeter. His comments were prompted by a story we ran last month about a Winchester estate agent who was dropping commission fees and instead adopting a flat fee. Well, Salesboard had tried this and it failed. He tried a flat fee of £1,599 for 3 years. Although it generated a lot of clients, these were mostly sellers of larger houses who often insisted on unreasonably high asking prices. The result was that the agency lost money and after 3 years abandoned flat fees. It's an interesting debate. If you have a view, or better still, direct experience of trying both percentage commission and flat fees, please get in touch. Now, letting news, and there's growing concern at the confusion that surrounds the introduction of new health and safety regulations for the private rental sector. Fines of up to £5,000 could be levied on letting agents and landlords if they fail to fit smoke alarms on every floor of their properties by October the 1st. Well, that's the theory, except this week the House of Lords voted against the proposal, putting the lettings industry into a state of confusion. Now it seems the Lords will look at new legislation in the next fortnight, very close to the implementation date. Still with lettings, the House of Commons wants to hear from agents and landlords about their views on the proposed restriction on tax breaks for buy-to-let investors. The Public Bill Committee, a group of MPs looking at details of the proposals, is appealing for comments from the public and the industry. Check out the story on Letting Agent Today if you want to see how you can make your voice heard. Meanwhile, a central London lettings agency has been expelled from the Property Ombudsman scheme. Bruton & Co., an agency based in Notting Hill, was accused by the Ombudsman of failing to treat prospective tenants properly when they queried details of a tenancy. The agency also refused to pay the Ombudsman's recommended compensation to the prospective tenant too. It's unusual for letting agencies to be expelled, but this is another sign that the industry is trying to clamp down on rogue letting agents and rogue landlords. And finally, we stick with lettings, but with a highly unusual advert for rooms to let, which appeared on the trading website Gumtree. Letting agent Louis Swarovski didn't bother with the usual niceties when describing the 3 rooms, and instead used a word, well, we won't repeat it here, but you can work it out from the story on Letting Agent Today. It's enough to say that he wasn't impressed with the rooms himself, and even admitted that one of them was furnished with a broken wardrobe and a substandard bed. However, he promised to improve the property before it was occupied and stated, obviously if someone moves in, it won't be like that anymore. Well, that's it for another week. If you want to keep up with what's happening in our industry, check in every day to read the news online from Estate Agent Today and Letting Agent Today. We carry breaking news every day, and you can also subscribe to our email newsletter. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.